Okay, so welcome back to the second day of the bootcamp on COVID-19. We have the second class of the day about project management in international teams. So Rocio, Luis, you have the microphone.
Okay, thank you very much. Good afternoon from Madrid. I'm Roci Rodriguez. I'm here with my colleague and also friend, Luis Ballesteros. We are both professors of project management of the Universidad Politécnica de Madrid. And we are here to work with you in this session devoted to project management in international teams, which, as you can guess, fits very well with this bootcamp and the work that we are going to do during these days. The sequence we will follow during the session is the following one. We are going to start with a brief presentation in which we will introduce the importance of considering cultural differences in international projects, and then focus on the importance of teamwork and the agreements this requires. We will be brief during this theoretical part because we really want that you can also take advantage of this session to work in teams and that you make a team agreement in each team according to what Luis will explain you later. I think that many times a picture is worth than 1,000 words, and in this case I think this illustration can represent very well what we are going to do during this hour of work, which have our own points of view that is based on our culture and our experiences, and we need to understand the other's point of view. When working with other cultures, experts consider that we are three ways of react of working, and they are based on the three C's of the cultures. These three C's are confrontation, complaint, and comfort. Confrontation arises when you think that your culture is better than the others, and for instance, your points of view are better than the other ones, and then you fight to impose your points of view. The other C, complaint, comes when you don't like the other points of view of other people, and you isolate yourself, maintaining your habits or your points of view. And the third C is the comfort. And finally, this happens when you adapt to your circumstance. And well, here is represented as a Swiss knife for all the tools that it has to adapt to the new reality. Well, therefore, perhaps the first things that we need to do working in these teams with people from other places is to know which are the people we are going to work with, what their experiences have been, where are they from, so you can work with the opportunities that diversity provides. And in each team there are people of different nationalities with different profiles. That's an incredible opportunity that rarely happens in teams. So both Luis and me want to encourage you to take advantage of this situation because I think, and we both think that is a very good opportunity. After this introduction, I think that you are all waiting for what we are going to do. We are going to try to make the most of teamwork, understanding cultural differences, and applying creativity, and building a common goal. I think that all of you have heard of projects, but I would like to emphasize the idea that a project always have the purpose of achieving a goal. I started this session joking with Carmelo about the difference between a team and a group, and also yesterday I explained it to my team, this difference. A group is just a set of people, and on the other side, a team is a set of people but with a common goal. And I think that this fits very well with the idea of project, that's common goal. And for that reason, they are so closely linked, a project and a team. To work with a multicultural team, as we are going to do during these days, it's necessary to know the possible cultural differences, to understand them. Here you can see the Ostives dimension. They are very useful in this work of understanding cultural differences. I'm going to share with you if I can, the link of the Ostiv country comparator. There you have. And well, through this link, you can interact with the web and looking for the difference between all of your countries. But before I'm going to explain quickly these 6 dimensions. Power distance is based on how hierarchically is a society. Individualism versus collectivism means how a society is understood as the idea of I, of me, or the idea of we as a group, as a team. For instance, African cultures used to be very collectivist societies. Masculinity versus femininity measures how a society is oriented to competitiveness or cooperation. Uncertainty avoidance represents how a society accepts uncertainty. Long-term orientation, as its own name suggests, measure how a society faces the long-term challenge. Indulgence, finally, represents the ability to show feelings in the community, in the society. And here you can see some of the cultures participating in this bootcamp, represented in the 6 dimensions of Ostiv. But I'm sure that you can see better directly on the link that I share with you through the chat. And I suggest that you try to introduce your countries and the countries of your partners in the team, try to understand these figures represented in this dimension. And now I give the floor to Luis, who will continue with this presentation.
Okay, thank you, Rocio, very much for this important thing about different cultural differences. Of course, very useful for this kind of projects and of activities concerning different people coming from different countries with the common goals. So in this case, when we are different people with a common goal, as Rocio was saying before, we are talking about a team. So the first question we have is, what is a team? So if we get people and let them organize themselves in a certain way, such a system, to achieve a common goal, we are already talking about a team. So one of the main rules of the first law to maintain a team is the need of integrity. Integrity means that each one of the team, each member of the team must carry out his task convinced that the correct realization of them will be in benefit of the whole. So this is how a system works. This is how a life system works, and this is the same working for teams. So we are applying like a systemic approach, okay? So in the next slide, we can see some of the main elements of a team. So if we really want to develop a team from the beginning, we have to consider these 8 elements. So, for example, we need to build a common vision, a common mission, because the team has been built in order to achieve some common goals, and we can define a mission and a vision that it really gives meaning to the team. So the team exists for a purpose. So we have to be really aware of what is the purpose of the team. And we can be aware by building it together. Okay, we can get an agreement and not yet, Rocio, yes. And we can get an agreement to build a really outstanding mission of a team. Of course, we have to be also aware of our own values. As Rocio was saying before, depending on our cultures, on our personality, on our experience, and on our life experience, we have different values. And it's nice to consider that people have different values, but in a system, in a team, the team has its own personality, its own values. So we should build on that values. For example, if we really want to achieve our objectives, we should bring the commitment value for the team. So this is one of the higher values we can get into a team in order to achieve our objectives, of course. For example, as Rocio was saying before, by beliefs, we understand that people and teams have their own way of looking at reality. Rocio was showing us the 6 and the 9, depending on your perspectives. So we are always interpreting the reality. We don't see the reality, we just use our own glasses for looking for the reality. And depending on our experience and our knowledge and our parents, for example, we see different things from others. So this is very important in order to consider that people are looking with different glasses at the reality. If we consider this, it will be easier for us to get an agreement, or it will be easier for us to put in the shoes of the other ones. Of course, a system has its own emotions. We can be frustrated, for example, as a team because we are not achieving our objectives. We can be really excited because we are doing the best we can. We as a system have our own emotions, and we can work on them to really help the team to grow. Of course, rules, behaviors, identity, and we as humans, we have our own talents. It is very important to work on our self-knowledge so we can identify our weaknesses and our strengths in order to be better coordinated with others and give each one the better task he or she can do based on our own talents. So this is an example of team elements. The most important thing we think is to give you the opportunity to build an agreement. And in the next slide, we are proposing you to, Rocio, can you put the next slide, please? Sure. Yeah. In this slide, we are proposing you to work together as a team. So you are divided, you are going to be divided by Carmelo. And it is a challenge because we will need your results in 30 minutes. So, okay, let's test if you are well coordinated and if you are committed with this project by giving you 30 minutes, okay, to build a common agreement. So, Rocio, can you put the next slide, please?
Sure. Yes.
Yes. How can you build this agreement? Okay, you are going to use these questions. Okay, you have here 5 questions that will inspire you in order to get an agreement. So you will have to answer this question, but it is not about answering with a Word document. No, we want you to be creative. We want you to put all information by using color, images, symbols, words. We want you to give a name to your team, and we want you to put all together in one slide. So it is, we are asking you to be creative, and we are asking you to build on your feelings, on the way of you can answer these questions, of course. And we will give you then a few minutes for one team to share the results because we don't have a lot of time. So I'm going, okay, you will have to put the final result of the team agreement in the link before, yes, to be uploaded in this drive, okay?
Can I ask Rocio if you can cut and paste?
Yes, yes.
In the chat. Perfect. And also,
I have already done it, Rocio.
Okay, perfect. And I'm asking you also if you can just copy an image, I will do eventually, of the slide with the questions.
Please do it. Yes, Carmelo.
Can you move the slide then to the next slide?
Yeah. Thank you, Carmelo.
You're welcome. Done. And then 1 second, I'll upload. Oops. Done.
So the challenge here is that you have few time, you have huge questions, you have to be creative, and this is the first deliverable for this week. So we hope you can surprise us.
Yes, please.
From my computer, 1 second. This is not, this is.
So we will come together at 5 minutes to
10 minutes, maybe 10 minutes to 12 in Easter African team.
No, to 12. No, to.
Yes.
To
so
no, to 4.
How much time you need? 15 minutes is enough?
Oh, I think 15, 20 minutes.
Better 20 minutes. I think that 15
20
is,
minutes.
is too
20
short.
minutes.
So I'm opening the breakout rooms. Feel free also to work offline or whatever you want. The rooms are opened and you will be moved directly to your groups.
So these are the questions. What atmosphere do you want to create in your team? What opportunities will cultural differences bring to your team? What will help the team to achieve maximum potential? What will you do when things turn difficult? What are your main objectives as a team?
It's the people, here you have a few people that are not able to assign to any group. So Camindu, group 9. So Stacy, you are in group 1. You have already been invited. For the people who were not in groups, please turn on your microphone and explain me which is your group. Jean-Paul, room numero 4. Lucas, group number 7.
Hello, Camelo. I'm actually alone in group number 7. Are other members in?
At the moment, seems that you are the only members from group number 7, but probably because they are joining on some other platform. So I know that many people are using WhatsApp or Skype. So we gave freedom. Let me check who are the members of group number 7.
Okay, because even in the WhatsApp group, I can't see anyone who is communicating.
So you have 3 mentors. One is June Madete.
Yes.
One is Williamstein. Another is Robert Ock. So actually, they are your point of reference.
Okay.
So did you try to contact them on WhatsApp?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Lucas, there is another member of group number 7. So I included in the chat. You can go there.
Okay, thank you. I think you can add me again to the group chat.
Actually, you have to switch by yourself. Let me check if what I can do. I will move to another group and then I will re-ask you to join group number 7. Okay?
Yes.
Done.
Okay. Hello, Camelo. Sorry for disturbing.
Oh, tell me.
I'm asking, how are we supposed to access the PowerPoint that had the questions that we're supposed to discuss?
So here you have the link with all the presentation of. So first of all, in the chat, you have the screenshot of the question that you have to discuss.
Okay.
And you have also, like, they were also cut and paste by Roci Rodriguez, so you can find them in the chat. You have also the picture of the PowerPoint.
Okay.
Then
Okay.
all the presentation is already on the drive folder.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Jumoke, which is your group? Group 6. Non si che leco. What's your group? Non si che la group 8.
Group 8.
Yes, already included. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello, time's elapsed, so all the people, this is the, let's say we don't have any.
It's few time, but well, this is in order to test how we are fastly coordinated or not.
Let's see how's it going.
Okay.
Anyway, I can tell you that starting from yesterday, I noticed that many students are now including the group in their name, so it is much easier for me to connect all the people.
Very difficult your role, Carmelo.
Hello, I was working with my team.
Ah, very good. So here we are again all together, Carmelo?
Yes.
Some people are still in the rooms, but I mean,
Okay.
just few of them.
Okay, I will ask, for example, the group 4 as an example to start sharing the results. For example, Youssef, can you share the team agreement of the team 4, please?
Sure thing, sir. Can I share my screen?
Of course.
You can go.
Okay, just a second. Right. Okay. Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. This is just a single slide to briefly discuss our project. First of all, we chose our name to be the Green Knights of Africa, since our main objective is to find a solution to the COVID-19 in a way to. Well, first of all, we all like the color green, so that's the main aspect behind it. On to the main parts. Okay. First off, the atmosphere that we all found to be common is that we would like to have mutual respect to each other, based on our cultural backgrounds, points of view, our life experiences. Okay, we would like to be collaborative with each other so that we will conduct meetings when a single member of the team would like to have a question or there is an inquiry that he has. We also appreciate freedom of speech, so that each one of us will be able to introduce his own idea, and that we would brainstorm together to find a perfect solution using whatever methodology. Okay. On to the second question, we said that there's the cultural differences will give us the benefit as we're all from around the world. So this means that when an idea, someone would state his idea or point of view, it will come from based on his experiences in life. This will give him, for instance, one of my teammates, he stated that COVID-19 has affected some countries in the medical sector where the medical equipment wasn't available. Other sectors where that people did not respect public distancing, for instance, and etc. So it's all based on our experiences. Going to what will help the team to achieve its maximum potential. We insisted on the idea of free criticism, because we said that we'll experience freedom of speech and thus we should also have freedom of criticism. However, with respect to our mutual respect and to our cultural backgrounds and to each other's ideas. Okay. We also hold on to member integrity and responsibility, because at the end of the day, each one is considered to have a task, and we need to achieve this task in order to achieve our main goal. And then finally, we'd like to aid each other, to help each other if someone doesn't understand something or if there's an issue with his task, and we can facilitate working together to achieve fixing this or achieve a solution. And what will we do when things turn difficult? We teammate of mine stated that we will not give up, which is of course, but we'll conduct meetings together. Okay, so we will find a major problem. We'll conduct a meeting together to criticize the solutions. We'll make a pros and cons. We'll compare the solutions which we have to find a solution. Okay, and we will also do this through having a pool of solutions. So using, like we learned today in a previous session about the tourist methodology. Right, we will put solutions together and compare them to find the perfect one. And finally, what our objectives as a team is to reach a common goal, which of course we have to first have to agree on this common goal, and then we will try to reach it with most of our capabilities. However, we're not only for the competition, we're trying to improve each other's skills. I'm a freshman, other members of my teams are of higher educational levels. So we're trying to improve each other's skills. And we also look for the innovative solutions, not only for the competition. Thank you very much for listening to me, and I'll take your notes if there's anything.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Joseph. Thank you very much. So we have time to see another agreement if you want. Is there any voluntary group that wants to
Sure.
Can you write in the
chat? Yes.
In the chat, if there is any team one, okay?
Team one, thank you. Perfect.
Let's go with team one.
So I can share the screen, but possibly who can describe our agreement? Alex, can you comment on that, please? Let me share the...
All the people can share the screen, so it is not a problem.
Okay, that's it. Okay, more or less, this is what we were able to implement. Some team member would like to comment?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, my name is Alex from Team 1, and this is what we came up with. Andres, can you put it in a presentation mode?
Sorry? Okay. Like this? No.
Can I belong to Team 6?
Now we are not watching your screen.
Okay, sorry. Okay, like this?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Perfect.
So we came up with the name Nguni for our team, Team Nguni, which is a shield, which is a community in South Africa that has a shield, which we believe also looks like a face mask and gives us the impression of, protecting people from COVID and stuff like that. So that was the reason for the name. And for the
There are some problem with the audio.
first one, what atmosphere do you want to create? So that we have respect, we have what opportunity exchange that we're having. So we have cross-cultural acceptable products that all over the world, or at least in the various countries that we are from, they will be acceptable so that we can reach international markets, and with different perspectives from different persons, we could achieve better, which would also be user-oriented. Then how to reach our maximum performance. To achieve this, we decided that we need to leverage. Each of us has a different engineers, some electrical, some biomedical. So by leveraging on our strengths, we'll be able to maximize our performance as a team. We would also need to participate actively, because if we are not active, we would not be able to help our team in the ways that we can individually. Difficult. We decided we will not run away. We will not jump through the window. from our teammates, our mentors, and anybody that can assist us. So that's how far we went. Walk.
The white space in the presentation was for placing a picture of the group with the different boxes, but we were trying to open the cameras and suddenly there was no time, and we should go back to the global meeting.
Okay, are there any other group who want to share their presentation?
Thank you very much for the team number 1. I'm not sure if maybe team 9 could just explain.
For example,
no, because we have not finished. It's true, we have not finished. But maybe the ideas that you have sharing about the team of the other of if other teams also want to share, of course, welcome.
Okay. In any case, if we have 5 minutes. In any case, if you are not willing to share, just to maybe to close the session, just Carmelo, thank you very much. Rocio, thank you very much. As we can see, it's very important from the beginning to develop the team from the basis of finding answers to big, huge questions that allows us to think, to go deeper, and to find those values that really help us to be all together. Here we have 2 weeks of opportunities, and we would like you to be committed and to give your best for achieving the goals. Of course, here we have 2 kinds of goals. We have the goals of developing the best device, the best design of the device, but we have the goal of learning and of taking the opportunity of living this experience in order you can experience something different and learn. So we hope you can get all the objectives, both the designs and the experience. So thank you very much. And of course, we are open to help you in case you need anything. Thank you, yes. Rocio. You want to say anything, Rocio?
Yes, no, simply thank you very much to everyone, and to encourage you to take advantage of this very good opportunity to learn from others.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rocio. Thank you, Luis. Stop the registration.
Thank you, Carmelo.